I'm Barkathullah Khan. I welcome you to my website www.mastertrainerkhan.com. Now, today I'm going to talk a brief about a very important signature program, that is Employability Skills Coaching. Before getting into depth or giving you the insightful information, how it goes, what is the process, and what are the outcome of this training program, let me tell you very importantly some useful facts or information. Now, just think, whenever we sit on our desktop or on laptop, when we do, our system hangs, or we are not able to work properly, or you want to just get out of that or avoid certain things, we always press escape key, the ESC, right, the escape key. Now I have come out with a conceptual training program. We always keep on the philosophy with this is, the psychological thinking is that we always, individuals always keep on escaping. I'm linking this with the job seekers, the graduates, the PG students, the freshers, those are looking for a job. They always keep on giving some excuses which is not acceptable in terms of corporate standards. ESC, escape key in computer we press. I came out with a concept called Employability Skills Coaching, that is ESC. It's a wonderful, excellent concept, because now you need to stop escaping, you need to face it. That is called Employability Skills Coaching, and that's pre-recruitment. That is very, very important for the job seekers or the freshers. When I talk about pre-recruitment, let's go with this, the Job Readiness Training Program, JRTP, which I already briefed when I gave my introduction about my signature programs. Now, coming to this Job Readiness Training programs, every individual who is looking to take up a job in India or abroad, anywhere, please understand there are certain parameters we need to consider very seriously. For example, see, you go for an interview, okay, and we have a certain expectations. I'm not telling that don't have expectations. It's beautiful, have expectations. However, do you ever analyzed or realized what are the expectations of the organization, what are the challenges, what are the responsibilities, or very clearly which domain or which sector I belong to where I can make a career? It's very important. Before going ahead and going for an interview, you need to sit and decide what you are doing, where you are good at, and at what you are good at. And that is what the JRTP will give you, not only the insightful information, also make you aware about it, what are required to not only take up a job, prove with your performance, and scale great heights successfully in your personal and professional life. I have a concept with this linking that is called beta concept. It's beautiful concept. It's BETA. When I say beta concept, B stands for bridge. Now we are bridging from academic to corporate life. How? It's very simple. You need to understand certain parameters or required the skill sets in order to take up a job. Number one, we all know it's our power dressing, how you dress yourself when you go for an interview. Okay, and not only power dressing, with the power dressing, we need to add this the self-development programs. Self-development starts from you and ends at you. Very important, where you need to set up your goals, your short-term goal and your long-term goal. Because when we want to bridge, we need to understand what we want to achieve. The short-term goals are very important than the long-term goals. For example, short-term goal can be taking up a job right now in any of the very good organization who can provide you ample growth opportunities, international exposure, and learning curve. That is a short-term goal. That is bridging actually. And how to bridge that? We learn the insightfulness about the different screening process. Now, most of the organizations, they have certain parameters, the screening process. Number one, they go with the jam session or GD session, or we can say a presentation. For example, it can be a GD, group discussion, it can be a jam, just a minute talk. Very, very important. You need to talk about yourself for 1 minute or any of the topic spontaneously. You need to talk. That means you need to have the knowledge base about the particular topic you are going to talk. That is one. Next one is the versant. Now most of the students are confused. They are not aware about what exactly versant is and what is voice and accent. Versant is different, voice and accent is different. Versant is online English test where they analyze how you think, how you analyze, and how you speak, how you listen. Very importantly, how you listen first, then think, then speak. It's very, very important online test. Next is voice and accent. Voice and accent, they are actually checking your neutral accent, your neutralization, how you talk simple clear English in a neutral accent without grammatical mistakes. Next, it's the aptitude test, the online test, or the aptitude, the reasoning comprehension test, or analytical capability test. Why they take this aptitude is they're actually testing your speed and accuracy. This is with the bridge concept. Now E stands for enhancement. When you prepare all these things, you are aware about, okay, these are the things I need to take care of. Then we are going to enhance. Enhance is actually inculcating the values where you can showcase when you go for the interview. Now enhancing starts from communication skills, the conversation skills, to the adaptability and developmental skills. How you adapt. It's not that you're going to give a scenario you're proving. No, you need to talk, and with your conversation the HR is going to assess you whether you have the adaptability skills or not. Next is transformation, BET. Okay, T stands for transformation. Transformation is when you are aware about all these parameters, the required required parameters to fulfill and get a job. You need to actually transform yourself. That is where you are going to put your actions in place. So that means the patience is very important virtue. Every individual should have ample amount of patience. When I say patience, you need to understand the two phases of patience. Number one is tolerance. Which you don't like, you need to wait for. Which you don't like, you need to tolerate. Forgive. The next one is which you like, you need to wait for. That is, waiting is we call perseverance. So tolerance and perseverance are important virtue. If you have these two qualities, actually you have the ample patience where you can wait, work on your areas, your gaps, then improve your yourself and go ahead with the interview round. That is transformation. When you have all these things in place, BET, the last one is A, where you are actually accomplishing. What is accomplishing? Accomplish is taking up the job successfully. It's not shortlisting. If you're getting shortlisting, it's not the end of the journey. You need to take up the offer letter. That means you need to be selected in a good organization. For that, you need to sit apart from what you have done till the BET process. You need to come out with some sounding knowledge about the organization. When you go for IT industry, the IT also, we have IT, information technology, ITIS, information technology and infrastructure services, then ITES, information technology and enabling services, and there are different spectrum of industries across the segments or domains. You need to first make sure which is your domain. Then you'll go, when you go for the interview, you need to make sure that you research about that particular organization, its establishment, what are the different what are the different processes involved in the organization and in which process you can fit into. These are very, very important. So this is all about beta concept. This put into the job readiness training program. When you go with this training program, when you come out of this training program, I'm absolutely sure that you are not only learning but also inculcating those values and required skill sets and the knowledge to go ahead and face the interview and take up the job letter, offer letter. Now this is, we call the beta concept with the JRTP, that comes under ESC, that is Employability Skills Coaching. That means please have an open mind to now take up the training and improve your skills. It's very important. It's not that you don't have these skills, but we need to aware about it. Let me ask a very simple question which is very important. What is the difference between basic competencies and communication skills? This is a very hard picture. I'm going to tell the reality, the truth. From school, Our parents and our teachers, if we read and write, they say this student or my child is excellent in communication. I'm very sorry, it's a wrong mindset. That actually disturbs a lot. That is the reason, I'm not blaming anyone here, that is the reason when we go out and see there are individuals, those who are academically very strong, they have 80%, 84% to score off. Unfortunately, when you go for the interview rounds, they are not able to answer, they are not able to explain what they learned in their academics. That means communication is lacking. That's very, very mandatory. Now, in order to bridge that, you need to understand the difference between basic competencies and communication skills. The basic competencies are three. You read, you write, and you calculate or compute. Computation skills. Then coming to communication skills, again, it's three. You need to listen, you need to speak, and you need to present. Now, I'll link this with a very good concept. Every individual wants to speak beautifully. They want to be a good presenter. However, if I ask you, do you write more? No. Why should I? It's all technology, sophisticated world. We have laptops, tabs, we use copy paste. Come on. You're not writing, you're just copying paste. So you're making more mistakes, spelling mistakes. You're going grammatically wrong. You need to read more. You don't have the reading habit. Then how can you increase your knowledge base? If you want to talk over a topic for at least 1 or 2 minutes, you need to have the knowledge about the topic. That means reading, writing, and listening. We all know a good listener is a good speaker. So let's club this all together. Reading, writing, and listening. These are mandatory skills you need to take up very seriously. Then you come out and you will absolutely sound beautiful when you start talking. So I welcome you all for this wonderful training program, that is Employability Skills Coaching, Pre-Recruitment, Job Readiness Training Program with a BETA concept, BETA. Trust me, we are going to work together and make this a successful one. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.